I've always wanted to be a crypto millionaire with the least amount of money, and you can probably resonate this so effing much. In this video, I'm going to answer the question, is 10,000 HBAR enough for you to be a millionaire? And I think we already know the answer, but at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you what you could be doing to give your best possible chance with the least amount of money to become a millionaire, because I think that is everybody's goal. But I want to maybe give you a little bit more perspective on how the $1,000,000 is kind of not really the goal to some degree. The first 100 grand I think is the most effort important. I've got a whole slide in this, because once you get to 100 grand, dudes, think about this, you only need a 10x to hit $1 million. You could do that with some coins like Ethereum. Honestly, if they go absolutely insane, you could buy 100 grand worth of Ethereum, obviously get the 100 grand first with other plays, ride Ethereum up, there you go. Let's go for it. So why this title pisses me off. A lot of people are going to get wrecked with trying to make perfect plays, and the perfect play means you're going to need 100x, right? And that is just so effing risky. Let's be honest, you're timing bottoms, you're timing tops, you're not selling when you should, you end up holding it all the way down like I did with Celsius, etc. And you get wrecked. You do all the hard work, you make all the money, and you just get wrecked. So we had this call last night in the private community, link in the description, we're starting to blow it up. We're nearly at 50 members, by the way. Once it hits 50 members, the next price goes up. So everybody that's joined in at $99 a month, the price is going to go up. It's not a scarcity tactic, but I'm just letting you know the price is going to go up. So I think it's 3 or 4 more members. So if you do want to get it and you are thinking about it, first link in the description, get it. If not, enjoy the free information. There's no hard sell here. It's just something I like, wanted to create for the kind of closer community. So we developed a strategy for one of the guys in the private group, and we wanted the dude to not chase being a millionaire, right? Because this was the goal. He's like, hey, Jake, I want to be a millionaire, and that's fucking great, right? So first of all, you want to be a millionaire. That's the first goal. But then we need to break it down, like how is it possible for somebody to be a millionaire? HBAR, other plays, etc. So we broke down his coins, and what we actually came to was the 100K is way better for him, right? Because I don't want people to be chasing around shit coins that you need the 100x, you need the 200x with 5, 10K, whatever, right? That's what everybody wants to do. But what actually happens is you take the 10K and you actually end up with 5K, 3K by the bear market, when you should have just got the 100K, and then you decide what you want to do. Remember, once you get your first 100K, it's only a 10x to $1 million. It's not that far-fetched, but the 100x mindset will F you up. So let's be clear. Now, for the Moon Boys, I just want to just give you these kind of basic maths. If HBAR reaches ETH market cap, the price would be $7.19. That is 141x. So can you do it? Yes, but you have to believe that HBAR will go to that price, and I don't believe that in 2025. All right, numbers and adoption. Accounts and transactions have 10x from the high. The price of HBAR will 10x from the high as well in the next bull run. So I found this on Reddit, and it made a lot of sense. Numbers are going up, but the price isn't reflecting it. If you look at the price right now, dudes, the price is being very shit. We've got confirmation a while ago on the Gordon Gauge to be shorting this or just get the F out. And it looks like it's going there for some time. There's other altcoins like Render, like QNT rallying, but HBAR is not doing that well. A lot of people will be scared off by this, but understand, dudes, in the back end, and I hold these other coins as well. I don't hold Render yet. I want to, but it's just too much. But I hold QNT, a lot of QNT, and I'm buying that on the way up. When it kind of goes against my rule of never buying on green days, but I just want to accumulate as much as possible. But accounts and transactions on the back end, the actual numbers behind the business of HBAR are going up. And what that really means is, if you did basic maths, I'm not saying this is going to happen, the next bull run of that would be $4.80. It just takes time. Again, I'm not going to be here for $4.80. I might leave 5 to 10% for the $4, but I'll be long gone out of that. I don't need these 100x's, but if you wanted to do basic maths, here's some price action for you. And this isn't me, this is just somebody I found on Reddit. But again, if you're looking at accounts and transactions, the actual numbers behind the business, you're doing effing well. So think about this, the circulating supply is over 60% of the 32 billion HBAR. We're currently transacting about 32 billion each year. Name one other cryptocurrency, dude, that has 1-to-1 annual ratio of 32 billion supply and 32 billion annual transactions. There isn't one there out there, which leads me to, on the next point, is the Bitcoin movement and Maconomics, a utility coin bull run is coming, which will break in the correlation to Bitcoin. So we also had this chat in the private community last night. A lot of people were saying, well, hey, will Bitcoin and all that start to go to the next halving in 2024? And I said to dudes, maybe, that's what it's done in the past, but I'm not really here for that. I'm here for long term, and if that is 2025 and 2026 when stuff actually starts to move, it doesn't bother me, because guess what? I take my active income from ecom, I take the active income from YouTube. A lot of people, I made a video about this the other day, a lot of people were saying, hey Jake, you just make videos for money. I'm like, yeah, well, yeah, shit. I like to give value. There's a little bit of percent in there, of course. Like, I want to give value. This shit's fun for me, but I'm making 25 grand a month with this channel, dudes. Like, I'm realized I'm sure you would do the same thing, right? Why would you not take advantage of this opportunity, let alone all the networks I'm connecting with people in the private community and just comments I'm having with you guys? Like, a lot of people, just side note, get pissed off with YouTubers that just make videos every day. I'm like, yeah, no shit, why don't you do the same? I love cryptocurrency. I'm getting rich off it. I'm investing that back in the market, so I'm practicing what I preach. But my main business has always been e-com. So it's a super side business, but I seen that comment the other day and it was like, yeah, duh. I've always said that. I tell you guys exactly how much I make. And I want you to go and start your own businesses, whether that is e-com, if that is a YouTube channel. I want you to be able to do the things I'm doing. This is just for fun for me, but if you don't think I'm doing this for money, some degree, it's not a huge percent. I still do this for value, but of course, dude, what the fuck? I want to take money and invest as much in cryptocurrency for the bull run. And I encourage you to do the same, starting your side hustles or whatever. So, duh. I'm not being disrespectful, but it was just that one comment. It was like, come on, bro, of course, I want you to do the same, even to that guy, right? So, like I said, HBAR supply will be leveling out as the demand skyrockets. In the next 2 or 3 years, the network could easily reach 1 billion transactions in one day. This is all obviously speculation to some degree, but like I said, if you go back here, the numbers are starting to go up. They're performing 1 billion every 2 weeks, regardless of retention rate of accounts utilizing the network. The network accounts are exploding dramatically. Such explosions will demand over time. The potential for a price explosion increases dramatically as well. So with all this good news going in the back end, let alone with just a bull run, not tokenomics, but just a bull run, mania happen, these cross correlate, and that's how you get that. This is what I said the other day about QNT. It's like, why do you like QNT? Well, they actually create real world revenue. Plus we're going to get a bull run, boom. When you look at a coin like Dogecoin, it probably will go, but there's no that other side of the business. So I like investing in companies, like for example, Ada is another one, Charles Hoskin. I like investing in people, what they're doing in the real world. Well, boom, have they had good bull runs before? Boom, explosion. Not what you guys have to do, you can just buy shitcoins if you want, but it's good to be doing both, in my opinion. That's where you get the real effing gains. Let's go over the maths for you guys that want to see this. 10,000 HBAR is not going to get you to $1 million. I think you already knew that, right? But if you need 10,000 of the next shitcoins and pray it goes up, look elsewhere. So what I mean by that, just buy petty. Honestly, you will get wrecked. Some people will make money, but we want to be a little bit more deeper than that. And I want to tell you exactly what I can promise you. So here's the maths. So here's 10,000 HBAR. It's going to cost you $500. Of course, that's not going to make you a millionaire. This is not Shiba. This is not Dodge at day one, right? So it's not going to happen. But what I can tell you is if you bought $10,000 worth of HBAR, that's a lot of money. I totally understand. And you shouldn't just buy $10,000 worth of HBAR. You should build up other plays. But basic maths, the 100x, $5, you're about a millionaire, right? That's maths. Now again, you would have to time this perfectly, sell at the top and all that kind of bullshit. You don't want to be doing that. What you want to be doing is taking chunks out as you rally. Obviously, we got a 2 blow off top in the last run. Again, you had another chance. Take some profits, take some profits, take some profits. Now, if we just get a big blow off top, like we just got with XRP, for example, in 2017, you don't get a second chance, because guess what happened? All the guys that were just expecting another blow off top, they never got it. Now, will we get it in this run? I do believe it's going to beat its previous all-time high. The 2021 lawsuit with XRP, it wasn't fair, right? So I do believe that's going to be washed over, etc. And you're going to see stuff like this. But if you're up so much money, dude, please, for the love of God, if it's not for yourself, for your family, for your girlfriend, or for whoever you want to support, and we all have somebody that we really, really effing care about, just think of them. If you're up this amount of money in a short week, just do it for them. Don't do it for yourself, because we're all greedy. We also talked about this in the community last night. I'm like, bro, I'm so greedy. I'm so anxious of like not taking profits this run. And that's why we have that group. It's like, oh, well, Jake, fucking take profits, you motherfucker. And then I'm saying to another guy, it's like, Bobby, you're up 10x in this coin. Take profits right now, or I'm coming to USA and I'm going to assassinate you. That's what you need. You need somebody on your side to tell you to take profits, because I promise when you're checking the bank balance or your portfolio account in KuCoin, your ledger, whatever you're looking at, wherever you're storing, you're like, holy fuck, $500,000. Maybe it's time to click sell. And then we had the problem in the community last night. It was like, hey, what do we want to do with the money? Because once we get in the bank account, okay, we need to actually deploy that. Do we invest in real estate? Do we start our own businesses? What do we do? What do we do? Or do we quit our job? It gives us 3-4 years to actually figure out what we want to do with our life. And in that amount of time, if you're really fucking dedicated, you'll make something of your life. It's enough time. If you don't have a job, you're just focused. Don't blow the money on stupid shit. It's another thing. And then there's, of course, taxes. There's a bunch of things you guys need to be aware of, and I'm slowly understanding that myself. I don't know what I want to do with the money. I don't know how I'm going to pay the taxes. I don't know how much I'm going to pay in the taxes. It's a big effing disaster, but these are good problems to have. Just understand that. These are great problems to have. So here's how serious I am. If you guys don't believe me about how serious I am, I spent 40 grand in HBAR in the last bill run.
Buy HBAR, I'm going to buy 100%, which is 37,000, blah, blah, blah. Buy it. big orders coming in. We're not effing around with this channel, dude.
I remember this like it was yesterday. The problem is that was at 14 cents. The investment pretty much cut in half. But this is how dedicated I am to the HBAR. People just say I'm just pumping my own bags. It's not possible for me to pump my own bags, bro. I'm deadly serious. I spend my own money on HBAR and I have a shitload of coins. And I'm showing you that because this should be motivation for you guys to look further than that. Like I said, this is $40,000. Nobody can just spend it on a random fucking Tuesday. I totally get it. But what I do want to say to you guys is I'm on your side. I'm not the enemy. None of us should be enemies. We all have our own coins. If it's Jasmine, some people like. If it's ICP, some people like. Whatever coins you believe in, we're on the same page. We want Bitcoin and Ethereum to do fucking fantastic. And guess what we get to do after that, dudes? We get to ride these altcoins absolutely crazy. So to answer the title, is 10,000 actual HBAR going to make you a millionaire? Fuck no, unless it's for 2040. But what will make you a millionaire is $10,000 invested if you were to time it perfectly at $5. So that's probably not going to do it. To go back to the initial point, get the first 100K first, because again, with the first 100K, if you bought 10 grand, you don't even need to sell it. 50 cents, previous all-time high, you're good. Now, if you want to be a little bit more thing, let's just say you had 2 grand. That's probably what most people have to some degree, and they are investing. Well, there you go. You could sell at 3, you could sell at $2.70, whatever. You guys are just trying to round it up. That's a much more achievable, because now what we can do is, like I said, we can use this to go and get a 10x. We can bank some of this profits, figure out what we want to do in the real world, or invest in real estate, whatever you guys want to do. Long effing video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the comments below.